and welcome to Fantasyland, the first and only fantasy football show for fantasy football players by fantasy football players. And I am Matty G, along with...
I'm JD. Pleasure to be here.
Now, JD, this is going to be a pretty awesome show. First show for me and you together.
That's right.
Feel the energy in the studio. Look at this crowd.
We're ready. Let's do this.
It's going to be insane. So, as I was telling you before, this is the first and only fantasy football show for regular guys just like us, me and JD. We sit at home and watch football on Sundays, smoke a little, drink a little, do whatever we can just to relax and watch football. And we're going to tell you how to make your teams better.
That's right. We've both been involved in fantasy leagues for over a decade now. And we're just like you guys, the regular dudes. We're not like the NFL players that go on all these shows and tell you about, oh, pick this player, pick that player. We're not going to have a real doctor come in here and try to pick a fantasy person for you. We're talking real stuff. We're on the computer doing this just like you guys are. So, we're going to start off with the art of my personal favorite thing here.
Drafting.
And
drafting, JD. Remember the draft this year?
I do.
Oh yeah, number 2 pick in the draft. Reggie Bush, baby! Bring it on!
To take a Ricky Williams bumper cloud.
Oogie.
Ronnie Brown, homies. Cadillac Williams. Oakland Raiders, Randy Moss, baby.
Number 5 pick in the draft, Texans defense! I got him!
Hey, who did I pick last time, man?
Adrian James!
Can I pass?
This is the draft.
Aaron Brooks.
We are the players.
Taking Chris Sims with my second pick. My pick again, bro.
That Baltimore defense player.
Chris Chambers. I don't even know who's in the league, man.
Bill Parcells!
Raider Nation, dude. Lamar Jordan, number 2.
Sleeper pick of the draft, Dante Culpepper.
Booyaka shot.
Dominic Davis.
He's an all-star, baby.
He gonna take me to the promised land. Oh, shit.
What a crazy draft that was,
Yes,
JD.
it was,
we didn't do so hot, did we?
My number 2 pick kind of ended up being a bust there, which, yeah, that Reggie Bush, he's doing awesome this year, that's for sure.
I realized that, JD.
Yeah.
Poop.
Complete poop. Yeah, so right now, my favorite thing, altogether is making shady trades. And so I will go through the art of the shady trade with you here, step by step, on how to really screw someone in your league. You're going to want to start this out by actually telling them how bad their team is and bringing it down, like if they need a receiver, say your receivers suck, yada yada, talk their team down. And then you're going to go into, well, hey, I happen to have these guys that could help you. But you're not going to actually want to give away any of your good players. You're obviously going to want to sell your poop for their good players. So you're going to say, oh, well, I got like a Monty Toomer and someone like Braylon Edwards. Then you're going to go, oh, well, how about Rudy Johnson? Can I get that back for him? Something along those lines, something very shady. You're never going to want to give up your good players for anyone good on their team. You're always going to want to sell your poop players for their good players.
And another thing about shady trades is you want to find out what teams have what players and what their needs are, because you're not going to be able to trade a running back to a guy that's already got 3 elite running backs. So look at the teams, find a weakness, and offer him something that they can use. For example, last week, Matty G took advantage of a situation like that where a team was playing a running back who was the backup for the 49ers. No one even knows his name, Robinson or whatever. So I took advantage of it, offered him a trade. I had Joseph Adai, and I really needed a wide receiver and a tight end. And I ended up working out a deal for Joseph Adai. I traded Joseph Adai and Bernard Berrien for Anquan Bolden and Jeremy Shockey, which was a huge trade, increased the value of my team a lot, and I'm going to dominate the rest of the season for sure.
It's halfway through the year now, and basically we wanted to go through the studs and busts this way so far through the year. Matty G, your bust for so far this year.
Well, Matty G's bust so far this year has been anybody on the Miami Dolphins offense. Dante Culpepper, Ronnie Brown, Chris Chambers, all of them thought to be very dominant this year, and they just have not performed very well at all. Recently, last game, Joey Harrington did step up and find Chris Chambers, and Ronnie Brown did rush for some big yards. So if they do improve the rest of the season, it's null and void. But so far this year, as the first half proves, the Miami Dolphins offense, horrible picks for everybody.
And my personal favorite bust of the year, you know, the guy I wasted my number 2 pick on was Reggie Bush. No touchdown so far this year. And if you did get a touchdown for that punt return he ran back, then you're in a rookie league and you need to step up with the big boys. Another big bust so far, Cadillac Williams. Tampa Bay absolutely sucks so far this year. So if you have him, I would try to trade him as soon as possible because they're not getting any better with Gradkowski as their quarterback. They got a rookie there now. It's not looking good for Tampa Bay at all. And then my personal favorite, the John Mellencamp, "This is our country" commercial. Like, can you please stop running that? I realize that this is our country already, and I don't need to hear that every 30 seconds on Sunday.
Just to make sure that you guys are okay with the injuries this week, we're going to toss it over to the hot chick, and she's going to let you know all the injuries for the upcoming week. Take it away, hot chick. She's hot.
She's smoking.
Thanks, boys. Busted. Willis McGahee, don't really know how to say his name, sorry, is out due to a rib injury. Pick up Anthony Thomas. Sean Alexander is back from a broken foot against a St. Louis defense that sucks. I wonder if they swallow. Byron Leftwich might warm the bench for a 3rd consecutive week. So pick up Gerard and start him against Houston, and the return of Larry Fitzgerald improves Arizona's defense tenfold. But they're playing a stingy Dallas defense who gives it up about as much as the 405 doesn't have traffic. That's all. And boys, make sure you let me know if you need any special medical attention.
Please.
Wow. Always a pleasure to have you.
Talk about
My
fantasy.
job is so difficult.
Yeah, it's really hard for us too.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Really hard. Okay, so what do you got for us, hot chick?
If you have to start anyone on Tennessee against Baltimore's defense,
You're screwed.
If you have to start Amon Green against Minnesota's #1 run defense,
You're screwed.
if you have to start Lamont Jordan against Denver's defense,
You're screwed.
and lastly, Matt Leinart, if you didn't use a condom when you were with Paris Hilton, you are screwed. And JD, that goes for you too, and that porn star that you're dating.
JD?
Yeah, we know about that.
You told her you were dating some girl? I'm not dating anyone, just so you know, hot chick.
I cut it off with her like yesterday, I think it was. It was cool for a minute, but I mean, at the end of the day, she's a porn star and she's kind of psycho. So, I mean, what are you going to do about it?
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Well, thank you so much, hot chick.
My
you just
pleasure.
made our day by telling us that we're screwed.
Yeah. And that's our show for this week. My name is JD.
I'm Matty G.
And I am obviously the hot chick.
Thank you very much for joining us this week. Hopefully we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we helped out your teams, and hopefully you guys dominate just like I'm going to this week.
And hopefully you don't start Reggie Bush.
Exactly. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Raiders are poop, by the way.
Niners suck.
Yep. Raiders suck.
Niners suck.
Yep.
Niners are
So
weak.
anyway.
Hey,
So
so
now
who do
we
you
should
like?
talk.
The Niners or the Raiders?
Ooh.
What do you guys-
I don't know. I was born in Oakland, so
Oh!
you know.